shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known, both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
Ian, over to you, please. Unmute yourself, PM. Unmute yourself, PM.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Good evening, lovers and friends of Biafra all over the world watching this evening State of the Union press briefing on the development that we have, and we needed to pass this information officially to the Biafra people. Today with me, I have the Biafra Republic Government in Exile International Attorney, Dr. Levy, who will be here with me to give some opinion on the development that we have had a couple of days ago. My fellow Biafrans, like we have always promised, that the government of Biafra, both in exile and the homeland, the first priority is that we are fighting the liberation of Biafra using multidimensional approach. Today, I have come with a good news. I want everyone to remember that in Biafra, Africa died, and in Biafra, Africa will rise. Today, there are movements all over Africa to liberate Africa from neocolonialism. Biafra will not be exceptional. In 2011, Biafra became a charter member of the Organization of Emerging African States. And in December 2015, the Organization of the Emerging African States called on the Nigeria government to hold a referendum on Biafra self-determination within 90 days, including the option of the total independence as the Republic of Biafra, a transitional phase of not more than 180 days. My fellow Biafrans, it may surprise a lot of people to know that this actually happened. Nigeria ignored it. In 2016, the Organization for Emerging African States repeated the call for referendum as the sponsor of the All Biafran Conference of Accra, which took place in 2016. My fellow Biafrans, in October of 2020, the Organization of Emerging African States repeated its demand for referendum on Biafra self-determination to the government of Nigeria. All these calls were ruthlessly ignored by the Nigeria state. The Organization for Imagining African State, after deliberation, has endorsed the Biafra Republic, government in exile, self-referendum on Biafra for many, many reasons. And one of those reasons, or some of those reasons, are as follows. Nigeria refused to administer or permit a third party to conduct Biafra referendum. The organization also noted that the African Charter of Human and People's Rights guarantees the right to self-determination of everyone, including Biafra people. They also noted that Biafra has submitted a request to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights to assist with the referendum and peaceable transfer of power to the Republic of Biafra, if so indicated by its result. The Organization of Emerging African States noted that it's satisfied with the integrity of the referendum, which is being conducted digitally and at local polling station and is subject to multiple safeguards. The result of the self-referendum also was noted that it is going to be satisfiable and will meet international standard. This is the submission of the Organization of Emerging African States. Millions of Biafrans have already voted in the referendum, which is due to be concluded on November 29th, 2024. The Organization of Emerging African States congratulates Biafra people and congratulates the Biafra Republic government in exile for its sagacity and initiative in undertaking the referendum on the future of Biafra. And on this note, they also declared the result of the Biafra self-referendum shall be considered binding under international law as a definitive statement of the intention and aspiration of the Biafra people. My fellow Biafra, as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government of Biafra in the homeland, it is very imperative that each and every progress we make, we will come to brief you. It is also very, very important that we keep all Biafra people, home and abroad, putting whatever we do on check and balance. And that's why it is very important that we brief you today the milestone the Biafra Republic government in exile has made, making sure that our self-referendum, we are going to force it on those who have impoverished Biafra for decades. We are going to force it on those who have subjugated us to slavery, killing our people, our women and children, taking our land by force, and changing the demography of our region. My fellow Biafrans, I want to urge you to continue to show fearless resilience in the ongoing Biafra self-referendum. Continue to cast your vote, both locally at the polling unit and also, of course, online. We will continue to encourage you that this particular self-referendum being organized and supervised by Biafra government is a process that we feel and see as the only legitimate way that will serve the interests of Biafra. Everything we do is Biafra first. Biafra first before Nigeria. Biafra first before any other person. It is the interest of our people, making sure that we provide security to our women and children. That's why we have taken this particular bold step, which we are now beginning to see result as being recognized and endorsed by organizations. The journey of 1,000 miles, they say, start with a step. I rest my case. I will now invite our international consultancy and our international attorney, Dr. Levy, to come on board and have a comment. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I want to point out a couple things. First of all, Biafra is, of course, a charter member of the Organization of Emerging African States and was, as usual, leading the way for liberation from neocolonialism in Africa by coming together with the two other charter members, Southern Cameroons and Cabinda, to form that organization, which has now grown much larger. Dr. Akwanga, the Secretary General, Ebenezer Akwanga, who could not be here today, he's up in northern Ghana. He sends his regards to you, Prime Minister. In consultations with him, it was a revelation to the Organization of Emerging African States that, again, Biafra shows the initiative to hold a self-referendum, because, of course, in the past, we always asked Nigeria to hold the referendum. And of course, that's a mistake. 3 times Nigeria has been asked, even more times by others. And now the technology and initiative exists. So we have the ability to hold a referendum that, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the Organization of Emerging African States, will meet all international law standards. Because, of course, we're using digital and local methods. The referendum can be verified and will be the will of the people. And Biafra, again, leads the way in Africa with this. So under international law, referendum is by and large, of course, is the preferred method to achieve independence, because then there's no question about what the people want. Once this referendum is finished and the results announced, they will be binding under international law. Biafra, if it's the will of the people, if the republic is to be restored, then that is what will happen. The Organization of Emerging African States will be one of the first to congratulate and certify the results of that referendum. And as I believe other international organizations must do so also. For example, several years ago, an inquiry was made to the European Union by the OAS on behalf of Biafra, what their opinion was about the situation and holding a referendum. The external service of the European Union said, of course, we support all ways of achieving self-determination recognized by international law. And of course, the premier way to do this is the referendum. So again, there's no question. I think if you ask anybody, a well-coordinated referendum meets all requirements under international law.
Thank you very much, Dr. Levy, for that input. And just for the sake of information, and on the ongoing Biafra self-referendum, the records so far have shown over 40 million vote for Biafra, and we expect to even see up to 50 million, if not up more than that. So the people are voting massively, and so the media team, do you have any of the self-referendum video? Just for our international viewers, watching from different channel, to just take a look at what the Biafra self-referendum physical voting in the homeland look like. So we can have one of the videos, especially the one that you can, if you have the one from Aaron Dizogo, please, you can push that and let us have a clue of what is going on in Biafra land, because a lot of people don't actually understand the level of compliance in this Biafra self-referendum. So those the voting in the polling unit in one of the county, which I believe to be one of the highest turn up so far in a single county, where Sonny, I'm forwarding it to you. I think not even is Okigwe. So Sonny, please, can you push this to the screen and let our viewers understand what the Biafra Republic, government in exile, and Biafra de facto government in homeland self-referendum look like. A very peaceful, people are organized, they behave themselves, not like what you see in Nigeria election, where people are being butchered and you see noise everywhere, and people are behaving as if calling them animal is an insult to animal. I don't know what they behave like, but I want our foreign observers, especially those observing this press briefing today, to take a look at what Biafra self-referendum in the homeland look like. And remember that the highest number of votes is coming from the homeland. Thank you. Sonny, over to you. I've just forwarded it to you. Thank you. At this point, if it is going to waste time, you can put something on the screen, so we don't need to stand and wait. Thank you. So in the screen is a self-referendum going on. This is one single polling unit. And I can assure you that in Nigeria election, you can never see the number of this turnout in a general election in Nigeria. Most of the people that are voting for self-referendum of Biafra never participated in Nigeria election since they turned 18. And this is the first time they are voting in their entire life. So can you put the volume?
Nigeria. This is Biafra self-referendum voting that is going on in the land of Okigwe under all Chineke polling unit of Okigwe State. Vote of Biafra self-referendum that is going on currently today, being the 6th of June. 6th of June 2024. It is happening live and direct, as you can see it. They are crying that they are tired of to be a part of Nigeria. This is the cry of the people of Biafra all over the world. People are many, thousands of people gathered, happening live and direct in Okigwe State. All over Chineke polling unity, Amosu, Okigwe, happening live and direct.
All right, thank you very much for that. And on this note, we inform Biafran people that the document or the resolution from the Organization of Emerging African States will be made public immediately after this press briefing. So I thank you all for being part of this success and development. Remember that this is just the beginning. We are looking forward to see endorsement from different organizations. Prior to our convention in Finland, it is very important that we get as many endorsements as possible on this Biafra self-referendum. This is the way we design our own government. This is what the definition of self-determination is all about. You decide and define how you are going to govern yourself, design the government that works for you, your future, make it possible for those who Nigeria have destroyed their future, will restore the hope back. And the process has begun. Those of our international collaborators that are helping us both in diplomacy and otherwise, we thank you so much for the time and the love you have shown so far. Those adversary, an adversary role, making sure that this step we're taking is something that is in accordance with international legal framework and international law. We thank you also, Biafran people who have supported this Biafra government in exile up to this point. We thank you very much. The cabinet the Biafra Republic government in Exile cabinet and the cabinet in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. We thank all of you for sticking to the mandate of the liberation of Biafra. On this note, I say, may God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless the Biafra Liberation and Defense Forces. Airborne!
Thank you, P.
And then also remember that if you have not registered for the Finland Convention, it is very, very important that you do it, because this is something that will never happen again. The declaration of Biafra, or the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, will be realistic, and it will happen in Finland. For those doubting our resolve, you are going to be disappointed. Our own objective and main priority of the government is to make sure we protect our women and children that have fallen victim to Nigeria terrorist state for many decades. And today, it is no longer business as usual. And I want every one of you to understand that they will kill us, we will kill them, but at the end, our freedom will come. At the end, Biafra will come. We are already at war, whether it is still secret, whether it is a asymmetric war, whether it is a jungle warfare, as they call it. The main point is that we are at war with Nigeria. But at the same time, we are always going to dictate how this war is going to be fought. The Biafra land will swallow everyone who comes to kill our people. And those of you who may wish to join the sponsorship should contact the Minister of Finance. And those of you who may wish to join the committee on the Biafra lobbying committee, please, you contact the COS, the Chief of Staff. It's very, very important. Also remember that in whatever we do, finance, resources is very, very important. The defense of Biafra land requires money. It requires weapons to make sure that those who come to kill us will be repelled. That's what we are doing so far. We have not decided to take the war to them. We will always repel. And it has yielded result, but of course, we cannot continue to fight a defensive war. So we will step up the game as time goes on to make sure that nobody commit genocide against Biafra people again. So our resolve, and that is the only responsibility that the Biafra government is taking very seriously, security. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you, Dr. Levy, for joining us. See you next time.
The United States of America is a steadfast supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government. Nations have a right to choose their own alliances. There are inalienable rights governments must protect. The rule of law must be cherished. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. A government that uses violence will be responded with the same and equal measure of violence in self-defense. So I told them, oh my God, here is not taken, I will turn to a beast and Biafra will come. Nigeria has no rule of law. Their rule of law is gun and bullet, and we have come to resist it. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders made it very clear that self-preservation is a must. They use the word must, and it should be protected at all costs. At all costs.
our fallen heroes. May the souls of our heroes past continue to battle with us in the spirit, and those living continue to fight with us here now until Biafra. He say, now BDF anthem.
Thank you, Biafrans, who have joined us this very evening, today's very all-important occasion. I greet every one of you, and of course, I welcome you at the same time. Ndị Igbo si na na-abụ anụ gba aja ọsọ agba ya aja egbe. When the going becomes very, very tough, then we will apply a tougher measures in order to keep on going and overcome. So it is very, very important for us to come to do the needful this very evening, as we will be welcoming the Finance Minister of the BLGIE in our midst to do the needful this very evening. So I welcome every one of you, and I want to ask you to take a picture, listen to us, and watch how this very occasion is going, how everything is going to unfold as we move. Thank you all. Thank you, my ministers in the house. God bless you.
Ndewo. We are all welcome. And now it's time to bring in our guests, the elephant in the house, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Finance Minister. Okay, it's like he's not on the seat yet. So while we wait for him,
check whether he entered with double device. Check whether he entered with double device.
I was kicked out and take one device out. I came back on again.
Okay. Can you put on your camera now?
Yeah, the camera is on. Okay.
All right. You're welcome. Here is the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Finance Minister, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. You are welcome this evening. One-on-one with the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Media. Welcome, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. You go. First and foremost, let me welcome all Biafrans that are watching. Because Biafra make it possible. All Biafrans, both home and abroad, you are all welcome. We are all in this together. The government of Biafra is for the people. It's the government of the people. It's not my government. your government or anyone else. It's the government of all of us. Fellow Biafrans, thanks for this opportunity given to me. It's not by my power or not the power of the media team or not by the power of the Biafra Republic government in Exile. It is by the power of the people. Without the people, there is no government. And who formed the government is the people. And I must send my special appreciation and thanks to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who made it all possible to let the people know what their right is all about, to let the people know why the government is supposed to be the government of the people, by the people. And our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, I call him my boss because I follow him. I know what he stands for. And that's the reason why I'm solemnly behind him. Thank you all for having me, the media team. Without you guys, the people of Biafrans, they will not be able to get message to know what's going on across Biafra land, especially now that we are in a war which the Nigerian terrorist government already acknowledged, and they are shouting, we are killing them. No, we are not killing them yet. We will deal with them. They won't. And I must use the opportunity to extend my greeting to all Biafran members of the cabinet, the reps and the admin. Thank you all for what you are doing. Stay strong. We are all in this together. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are welcome, my honorable minister. Minister for Finance. In this Biafra restoration right now, I don't know. I thought in this Biafra restoration is to go into the battle with Nigeria and get our independence or freedom. What is the need of finance this time? Do we really need finance?
We all live in a world that without finance, you can't even afford to eat. Without finance, you can't have roof over your head. So if we don't need finance, I don't know what else we need. We need finance more than any other country in the world. When we look at what's happening, going on between Russia and Ukraine, we need finance even more than Russia or Ukraine. The war between Israel and Hamas and all the proxies of Iran, all combined, we need finance more than all these countries I just mentioned. Because without finance, how are we going to fund our liberation army? And for the world, I believe by now they already know that we, the Biafran people, have an army. And an army cannot go to war without the logistic, the necessary equipment they need to win the battle. For that reason, the question is that we need finance. Just for example, for someone who have a vehicle, or you call it a car, without gas, some call it fuel, how will you propel or move the vehicle? you need to fuel it, you need to put gas on it before that vehicle can be driven to anywhere. Just like, again, human being, without the blood that flows in our vein, we can't exist. The blood represents the finance as well. That's what keeps us alive. To keep the Biafran struggle alive and for us to achieve our dream. By deceiving the Janjaweed terrorist Nigerian government and all the elements that are supporting an evil, dead empire, just like the way the dead man walking drug dealer called Tinubu, Nigerian president, was disgracing South Africa, that the president of South Africa has not been, because they know that Nigeria is dead. So we need finance to defeat them. Ndewo
Mazi, Ndewo Honorable. Thank you so much. That means there's this saying in Igbo that ego no bara na arụkọ ọrụ. So the finance is as important as the air we breathe in what we are doing now. Thank you so much. And then can you please elaborate a little bit or more, shed more light the importance of defense in what we are doing now? Because I often we hear our Prime Minister say we must defend ourselves, we must defend our people. Can you please shed more light?
Thank you, Mazi. Yes, we're back to the reason why we need finance again. To defend our land, our men on ground, the army. Don't forget, we Biafran people are the ones taking care of them. They need to eat, and we need weapons. We are no longer hiding. We as a country, Biafran people, need weapons to defend their land. It happened in individual territory. If you in your house and an armed robbery or thief broke in trying to steal from you, what do? You defend yourself. In America here, there's this law of Second Amendment. The Second Amendment gives you the right to defend yourself. Our armed forces that are defending our land, everyone knows that they can't defend our land with bare hands. They need weapons. We are not hiding it. They need gun, whatever they can lay their hand on, to defend our women, our children, our territory, the invaders that are coming from all over the Sahel, all over the world, the terrorists. In Nigeria now, you have more than 10 groups of terrorists, and their aim is to kill Biafra, take over our territory, completely turn us from who we are to something else. We will not let that happen. So for that reason, we have to defend ourselves. And only how to do that is to get the necessary weapon that we can use to fight back. There's a video trending just a couple of days ago. Nigerian terrorist government are recruiting young kids that don't know their left and right. The recruitment is not for them to make Nigeria a better place. The recruitment is to fight Biafrans. All these terrorists, they will relocate them, try to get them to Biafra land to fight us. For that reason, we must defend our land. We must defend our people. For that reason, we need a Jema in Biafra language that is called money. Without the money, we'll find it difficult. So that's why all Biafrans need to rise up and fund our liberation army so that we can repel them back, repel the terrorists back, fight back, and make sure that our land is secure. Ndewo Mazi.
Ndewo, thank you so much. In other words, really, you are the minister for finance, and I see you speaking everything about you is finance. Okay, that's so interesting that Biafrans should understand that we really need finance in everything, even to defend our land. We need finance, and you've explained to us how much importance it is to defend our land, and defending our land is not just to go there and cover us with anything, but we need finance. That's very interesting, and I hope Biafrans are listening, and so we know that as much as we Biafrans are doing well to support financially, we still need more. We still need to do more. So thank you so much, my honorable minister. And then I don't know, my honorable minister, can you shed light on the database system, and if you can shed a little bit light if it has anything to do with finance as well?
Sure. When Biafra come, why like in the diaspora that we live on, we know what database is all about. That's how we can know those that are in Biafra land when Biafra come, how many, the number of people we have. We can track everyone. If someone commits crime, we will be able to know how to handle that. And when you come to the database department, everything we are talking about boils to finance. We need Biafrans to step up and fund what we are doing now to make it easier for the department, whatever they need, so we'll be able to provide it for them. Everything points. There's this adage that said, whenever you see little child or little kid pointing hand somewhere, either the mother is there, the father is there, or there's something going on there. So everything we're doing in restoration of Biafra requires money. Everything points back to money. If Biafra step up and fund this movement the way it should be, the database department will get the most secure data in the world, whereby if somebody from Niger comes to Biafra land, we'll be able to identify who is who. If a criminal commits a crime in one state and they relocate to the next state, we'll be able to figure out. But in the failed country that we are fighting to exit from, which we already exit from spiritually, what we are doing now is liberating. When we have a secure data system, we'll be able to monitor everything that happened in Biafra land. The country that we are exiting from right now, if something happened in Lagos, whoever it is, wherever they run to, in across the failed country called Nigeria, they cannot track that person, whoever it is. So we need finance, we need money so that this department, we can fund this department so that they will be able to carry the duty of the database that will secure Biafra from the enemy, from the invaders, from those that even when Biafra is restored, they might want to sneak in to claim Biafra, to be a Biafra. Because when Biafra is restored, Biafra is going to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, one of the greatest country in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That means database is so much important that we need it to control, or is a more of security. It's more of security. So we are not going to be seeing anything like the Nigerian system where anything happens, anything goes. Thank you so much. And can you and what about the Foreign Affairs Department? Do the Foreign Affairs Department, does it have anything, or do they have anything to do with finance as well?
The Foreign Affairs Department represent Biafra abroad. When we have a foreign mission, they have to do their work as well. And last week, during our Prime Minister visit to Netherlands, he let Biafra people know about who we have signed a contract with, that they will lobby on behalf of Biafra that are falling Foreign Affairs Department, of which our Prime Minister, in the person of Mazi Simon Ekpa, also made it clear that whoever, any Biafra that really want to support, should contact Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, the COS, for inquiring on how they should be part of this to make it happen, so that the Foreign Affairs Department won't be having financial problem. So what I'm trying to say is that who we have contracted at the end of the day is still going to require money to make everything go and flow the way it should be. So Biafran people, money is required in all departments, in all sectors of the government. In everything we do, we need money. In any department, there's no department that is exempt from this. So we need money to be able to carry on activities that is needed to restore Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And my Honorable Minister, please, I would like you to tell Biafrans, this money, is there any importance or anything they are to gain after giving this money, or is it like I have seen you most times give money and give huge amount of money? What motivates you, and how are you going to encourage Biafrans to give? What are you asking them to give for? What is the assurance or the hope what are they going to be seeing in the future as you are encouraging them to give?
When it comes to giving, or receiving, you have to know the reason why you are giving the money. One is that the money that Biafran people are donating or giving is to assure that Biafrans have a home, that Biafrans have a place that they can call their own, which Biafrans already know where their territory is. United States of Biafra have 40 states. We know our territory. We know the land that belongs to us. Biafrans have never invaded anyone's privacy or anyone's land. Where belong to us, belong to us. The money that the Biafran people are contributing or giving is to secure our territory, is to chase our enemy out of our land. And if you are a Biafran listening to me, we have a new sheriff in town, a new sheriff that is doing the needful, a new sheriff that is doing what the Biafran people want, a new sheriff that be for Biafran people. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is the new sheriff in town. Our Prime Minister made it clear last week during his town hall meeting in Netherlands. He said, I think or thought about it throughout during the week. It made my day, it made me laugh. He said, he will be the one to finish this, that he's not going to go halfway and turn back. Yes, that is assurance that Biafran people want to hear, that he will lead us to the finish line. And we, the Biafran people, will support him, make sure that he succeeds. The money that the Biafran people are giving is to support the Biafran liberation. I personally, one of the new sheriff in town, I have give thousands and hundreds. Hopefully Musa is even listening or watching. He's looking for those that are giving. I've been giving. The former old sheriff in town, in the time of Nenaya, Anya, and Co., instead of giving, what they do, they collect. Yes, they collect, but in our own time, we are giving because we want results. And for the past 1.5 years to 2 years, Biafran people, you all can see result of the money that you have been contributing every Saturday, every day. You can see the result. Biafran form a government. Biafran have liaison offices all over the world. As I'm speaking, I'm in the liaison office in the United States, Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland is in the territory, is in the Washington territory. Washington territory comprises of 3 states. We call it DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. It's in the territory of the capital. So where I am is in the capital of USA, which we have our office. These are all part of what we have achieved. We have offices all over the world, and this is money that the Biafran people have been contributing. And as we are moving forward, we are seeing the results. And the Biafran government moved from agitating to liberation. Fellow Biafrans, the money that you have been contributing have catapulted us or move us, prepare us, elevate us higher that we now form an army. We don't agitate any longer. We don't carry our flag from embassy to embassy shouting anymore. What we do now is that we form our liberation army. We have trying to make sure that we hold the bull by its horn. We'll make sure we cripple Nigeria. We'll make sure we chase Nigeria out of our territory. The money that the Biafran people are contributing is showing results. I believe Biafrans, millions of Biafrans have seen a lot of video of our liberation army. That is the result of what we are doing. Last year, we traveled to Finland to do what? We all know where we are in Finland. We traveled to Finland, a convention of how we are going to redeclare or conduct our referendum, which after the meeting in Finland, he heard a positive result. And we are planning this year again for redeclaration, which will be December. And that will happen in a historical country, a place called Finland again. So the money that the Biafran people are contributing, Biafrans all over the world can bear me witness that the result is showing. It's not like those that we left behind. It's not like the sabos that have been piloting it for some time. The new sheriff in town, in the person of His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekwa, we are working with the promise that he promised us, that he will never disappoint us, that he will be the one to finish it. You cannot have two sheriffs at the same time. You cannot have two captains at the same time. If not, the boat, the ship, or whatever will crash. So we have one captain that we are going with his promise that he will make it happen. And he just reassured us during the town hall meeting in Netherlands that he will finish it. So the news to my Biafran people today is that our leader made us a promise that he will finish it. Let us all come out and support financially and do whatever that we need to do to make sure that we actualize this dream. Thank you.
Thank you so much. From what you just explained now, I can understand that when you look at what our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is doing, and you see what the army are doing, you get motivated. No wonder you are always there to give, and there's so many other people that give. Well, because when this huge amount is being dropped into the bag of Biafra Republic government, I wonder what motivates you and the others as well. I must say, I am glad that we have one of you, and there's so many other Biafrans out there, and that we have our army on ground that are doing the needful. So thank you. And then I don't know if you can go on and explain to Biafrans the way of payment, that's the methods by which they should be making their payments, because you are the finance minister. We don't have you here in our studio every day, and I can only explain to them the one I know. And I don't know, so because sometimes some people will call to tell you that they are giving money, or they have given money, or they have paid into someone's account and they did not get receipt. I don't know if you can shed light, true light on that, so that people will get and they hear it directly from your mouth. Thank you.
Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you. And Mazi, thank you very much. You're doing a good job. I just want to say one more thing towards the reason why and what motivates me by giving. I love Biafra. I'm a Biafran. I'm a progressive human being. I love progress. I'm not somebody who ignore progress. I've been in the Western world for a decade now, not 10, not 20 years. I know what freedom is all about, what good life is all about. When you look around those in Biafra land, whenever you picture what's going on over there, the first world, they refer Africa to a third world. Africa is not a third world. Africa, as far as I'm concerned, is probably fifth or sixth world, especially in Biafra land. Nothing is working. No good school, no good road. Just the way the terrorist government of Nigeria are recruiting the young kids that they want to send to war to fight the Biafran army. They are not planning how to create jobs. The idiotic government don't have the capacity what it takes to create jobs. They don't create jobs. All they know is what we sent you backwardness. The Nigeria of 50 years ago is worse than 50 years ago. If you picture the look, how it is 50 years ago, it's actually better than how it looks now. A country that don't have security, a country that killed its own people, a country that nothing is working. When I look back after the resources I have put there, I train people in the university. When they graduate, they can't find a job. They still call for help. A country that you cannot depend on the government to secure you. Rather, they kidnap you, they kill you. A country that you don't have light, you can't boast of electricity for 24 hours. You can't boast of anything good amenities. You can't boast of running water in your compound. Is that a country in this 21st century? After enjoying what I enjoy in diaspora, I look back, I shed tears, I cry over it. I'm like, if it is supporting this great movement, it's all I achieve before I die, so be it. Whoever don't like it, go and hug transformer. I'm fine. I don't know if this will be restricted by YouTube as well. Whoever don't like it, go and kill yourself. Drink acid. Jump inside lagoon. The Bible said that God created us in his own image. God is love. That love motivates me to put my hundreds and thousands in what I'm doing today. It gave me joy putting the money in restoring Biafra, knowing that this money is going to save life when Biafra comes. Knowing that this money will change everything in Biafra land. Knowing that this money will chase my enemy out of Biafran territory. A lot of people that have money, they have a lot of charity organizations that they put their money. I rather put my money in Biafra charity organization because I believe that what I'm doing is the work of God. God will not come from heaven and help us to buy logistics, he will use human being in form of angel to do that. He have used a lot of human being. He used somebody like Jesus Christ first. A lot of people don't know that Jesus Christ is a freedom fighter. He left everything down to earth here to save humanity. Yes, that's the reason why he was here. God used Odumegwu Ojukwu, Mazi Odumegwu Ojukwu, to save the life of Biafrans, to let Biafrans know that it's time to go. At a time, Odumegwu Ojukwu yelled and said, "Let my people go." God used Philip Effiong, Mazi Philip Effiong, to do the needful as well. Yes, and Mazi Philip Effiong said he let the Nigerian terrorist government know, if you don't treat Biafran children well, they will rise again. And that prophecy come to pass. God is still using our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to wake us up, to let us know they are coming from Sahel. The Janjaweed are coming. They are coming to take our land. They are coming. When our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu first started, people called him out. They call him name. They said he don't have respect. He don't know how to speak. He is this, he is that. This young man, the Ohanes in the ocean and the elders are supposed to protect their children that are so that accuse our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he don't know what he's doing, that he's not fighting for his people. See now, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still fighting for us. That's the reason why the Nigerian government kidnapped him from Kenya at first, because they know what he stands for, because they know he stands to liberate Biafran people and black race in extension. Now God is still using our prime minister, which we are disciples of our prime minister because he is the head of all ministers and we are following him. Yes, for that reason, when I look the history, how we get here and what is still unfolding, I have no any other option than to dig my hand in my pocket, in my resources, in what I have acquired, to say no, to say, God, here I am. You can use me as well. You put my name among those that answer the call. If I can do nothing else, if it is the money that I can afford to support, Chukwu Kabiama, here I am, use me as well. That's how I fall in line to be used to do the needful to save Biafran people. And if you are listening to me today, remember that the money that you are giving is not in vain. Your generation will reap what you sow. Your generation will be blessed when the blessing of your generation, when your generation are reaping what you sow. Those that did not participate, we ask, why are your offering doing better than their offering? Or why are your offering or your children doing better? They're not going to know that is because of the fruit the seed that you sow by contributing to this great movement, because there's always blessing in giving. The book, the holy book of God, made it clear that there's blessing in giving. There's blessing and there's a great reward. Mazi, sorry if I take too much time on this very.
We are here with you. Have you today?
I just want to let our Biafra know that there is blessing in giving. And when God asks his worshippers to go ahead and pay tithe, he didn't mean they should pay the tithe and bring the money to him in heaven. That tithe is supposed to be used in the congregation to help the members at large, to help the disabled one, to help to do charity, to help humanity. But in Biafra land today, all these tithes that the Biafran people are paying in different organizations are cornered by one individual. They use the money to enrich themselves. They use that money to buy jets, houses, luxurious things uncountable. My Biafran people, why not use that money that God asked you to rescue humanity by paying tithe? Pay the tithe into the Biafran project. That money that you put in Biafran project is tithe. The God that created heaven and earth, Chukwu Kabiama, will bless you in a fold that you will never believe. Why are you being blessed? But you won't believe is that your money that you contribute towards this project? Is that your money that you contribute to save life, to save people from kidnapping your fellow brothers, sisters? The money you put save raping from Biafra land, because that money will chase the invaders that will come to rape our people in Biafra land. Thank you.
And they were my honorable Prime Minister, my honorable Finance Minister. Please, I would like you to tell Biafrans if there is a particular way of making their payments to avoid making mistakes or complaining, I didn't see my receipt, because some people will say, I give my admin money and he did not give me receipt. I would like you to just take as few minutes as you can take, even if it's just under 1 minute, just to assure them, because they used to call and give some reports here and there. And if there is any way, they can be paid, like, I don't know if there is some of them can pay through PayPal, or if there's a way, easy way or any new way available for them, please. It's important so they hear this directly from your mouth.
Thank you, Mazi. The fight that we are fighting, there's a lot of people that try to use the opportunity to scam Biafrans. The sanctioned, legitimate website that Biafrans can use, if you have a pen and paper, you can write it down, or Mazi, if you can help and put it on the screen, that will help as well. We have IPOB in USA .org/donate. IPOB in USA .org/donate. This means of payment is sanctioned by the Biafra Republic government in Exile headed by His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And we also have the Biafran Republic website, which if you go to Biafra Republic Gov, Biafra Republic gov.org/donate. Biafra Republic gov.org/donate. When you visit this website, you will see the list of other options where you can donate as well. And for those that live in USA, we have the easy payment that we accept through Zelle. The Zelle is biafragov.org@gmail.com. biafragov.org@gmail.com. And we also have the PayPal payment. The PayPal payment is biafragov.org@gmail.com. And for those that live in USA that are familiar with Cash App payment, we have the $Biafran Gov, $Biafran Gov. And we also, we also have, I talked about the Zelle already, the Cash App, and the website. So if you visit these two websites, from the website, you can see all these options. And apart from these two websites, we have the New Dimension website as well. Mazi Ugo?
Yes, my honorable.
Yeah, I saw you put on the screen there. Can you let it show so that for those that probably have pen and paper, they can just either write it down from there. Yes, screw up a little bit. Okay, screw up, click on where say donate.
Okay, donate. Vote ID card. Donate.
And for those of you that want to donate, that don't want to be donate through this IPOB in USA and the Biafran Gov website, and you want to remain anonymous, we have where you can contact us from the website. Please just kindly contact us, leave a message, then we'll give you other option of donation, how you can contribute and remain anonymous as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. My honorable minister, before I let you go, I leave you in the hands of the rest of the media personals. I want you to say something, at least just if it, I know you are tired by now, just few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, say something about the liaison offices and the reps. How are they working with you? Are they really working with you, or they are doing something you don't understand in terms of finance?
In terms of finance, we are actually moving with speed, of which our Prime Minister will be visiting US this Sunday for town hall meeting, which I will be having a meeting with the North and South American rep with the admins. We have opportunity to let all the members that are be contributing to know that the government appreciate them, and the Biafran people appreciate their contribution as well. As for those that want to be part and want to step up in their donation, so we'll have a contesty call on them one after another, have a discussion to find what platform that will be suitable to them. We have different committees that have been formed. We have the Finland committee, the sponsorship. We also have a committee that was formed to sponsor Finland as well. And when it comes to the liaison office, actually I visited Europe 2 weeks ago to encourage them about finance. And the Mazi Uche, the Europe rep, I spoke with him several times. He's doing a good job as well, saying that the members from Europe, they start stepping up financially. And when it comes to the Department of Foreign Affairs, as I'm aware of, they are doing the needful. They are doing a great job. That we just have to encourage every member to support them so that they can be able to carry out the duty that was called upon all of us financially. Please, we plead with every Biafran. If you have not been supporting from your local level to your state level to any country that you reside, please make sure you liaise with your liaison office in the country that you reside so that they can be able to do what they're supposed to do to make sure that we all are carried along. Apart from that, every department so far are stepping up because this is the time that we really need to let the zoo government know that it's time for us to go. We are tired. We don't want to be part of them. It's not by force. They cannot force us to be who we don't want to be. There's this, they say you can lead a donkey to the stream, but you can't force that donkey to drink the water. So we have found out that God have opened our eyes from these great leaders that I mentioned earlier. And our eyes are well open, knowing that we can be forced to be in a union that we don't want to be part of, especially while we are opposite. We have different ideology from the people that want us to be in the same country with them. The people that want us to be in the same country with them, we don't speak the same language with them. We don't eat the same food. We don't have the same religion with them. We don't, everything is just opposite. So we cannot coexist. The United Nations know what I'm talking about. The British government know, but they choose to do what they did. For them to be able to do what? Make our oil and dry it up. For them to be able to take our resources. For them to be able to turn the country called Zoo Nigeria to a company, which Nigeria is a company that the British government make money for. That country is not designed to last or to live forever. It's never been a country. It shocked me when I heard the former president call Goodluck Jonathan, that I don't even know his left and right as well. He said Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is just a geographic expression. It's an experiment, the British experiment, trying to see if it is work. But the British government know that Nigeria is a failed state. The world know that Nigeria is a failed state. And at the end of the day, they still want us to be in a failed state together. we can't be in that country. Please, for those in diaspora, make sure you liaise with your admins so that you all can put hands together to make sure that all the liaison office are functioning as it should be. But I can tell you that we are having a positive result, that all liaison office are working as it's supposed to be. And we have new liaison offices that are coming up, which our Prime Minister will announce to let Biafra know very soon. Thank you.
They were okay. Now, my media personnels, the honorables in the house, I don't know. Let me start with you, my Minister for Information. I don't know if you have any question for our minister here.
Thank you, Honorable and indomitable Minister of Ejemma, the Minister of Okpogo of Biafra. I salute all Biafran people who have made it to this very unaugust visit, because it was not a long publicity before we decided to bring out our Minister of Ejemma from his tight schedule to come and talk to the Biafran people. So, Minister of Ejemma, I salute you for making it to this very brief thing to the Biafran people, and I salute your courage, your determination, your focus, your concentration, and your eye on the rising sun, which is the Biafra ball. And I salute how far your synergy is going with the government of Biafra. Your synergy is going with the Prime Minister. There is this saying that it takes two to tango, and there must be something that they share in common before you could be able to work amicably. Let me start from there. What do you find in your Prime Minister that makes you to be very viable? That you're always smiling, and then when you come, you're able to discharge this duty with joy. What is it you find very interesting about your Prime Minister? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mazi. Just as I said earlier, I'm a progressive human being. That's why my village, I believe some of them that are following, but not really, for those that know, I'm their favorite son. I'm not only the one that live in diaspora from my village. Yes, I can say I'm not the richest, but I'm one of. But they're so delighted and happy to have me. They are proud of me. Yes, I'm a progressive human being. My entire village is like we are all from the same womb. I carry them along in whatever I'm doing. I treat them like my own people as well. There's no difference between my siblings and those from my village. So they are all my siblings. Biafran people, Biafra in general, are my siblings. We are all one. We are all brothers and sisters. With the zeal, I hate Nigeria more than 20 years ago. I hate Nigeria with passion. So it didn't start today. 2018, I have been following what going on about our liberation at the time when I picked interest during when I start listening to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I picked key interest, just following, not knowing that God is preparing me for this day. To a time, 2018, I have a soccer team. I have two soccer teams. Actually, I would say three, but I have a soccer team that are named Biafra Lion FC. That was back 2017. Then 2018, I contact one of my uncle that reside where I am here, who was talking about Biafra, and he mentioned about a man named Chimakwa, something in Bomarimoye. So he connected me with him. Then little do I know, Chimakwa something sent me a bunch of paperwork that I need to sign. Then I asked myself, am I joining a cult or something? And the reason of me contacting Chimakwa then is because the team play National League. And that very team, Biafra Lion FC, as of then, I have not used that team to play any National League. Why I have Baltimore United and other teams that I'm using, who are the ones that play US Open Cup. So I'm trying to use both Biafran Lion to play the National League, that the Biafrans in Maryland, when we have a game, soccer game, or you call it football, they will all come with flag and support, just trying to use that to promote, oh, thank you. This is a jersey that was designed back in 2018, the Biafran Lion FC. I haven't sent this to Chimamanda then, but I was turned off the way they treat me. So not knowing that there's a reason for that, because if I have joined that group, then maybe I probably will be one of these fallen angel, the angel or whatever you call it, or because Chimakwa and his group, they are not part of what we are doing because they sold out. So I thank God that it didn't happen that 2018. So I was turned off by the way they treat me, or with bunch of rules and regulation and all that. So following, keep listening, I'm just at the back door at then, waiting to, when will the door open? After they kidnap our leader, that's when the wake-up call actually started. I pay now key interest in everything that is happening, step by step, step by step. That's when, before then, I have come across some videos, some broadcasts of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So, I just listened to some of his broadcasts. I'm just, it's just a lot going on that period of time. There's too many of all these other broadcasters. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So when I start to analyze and listen to these broadcasters, I start to get the key that I'm looking for, which way or which door to open, and sit there. So there's a time that Nelly, after our leader was kidnapped, Nelly calling in our Prime Minister program was saying something about people that kidnap our leader, this, that, just shouting, ranting, and all that. So, and before then, I've been watching our Prime Minister already. So I see that we have the same ideology. And he's a man that I start to respect by watching the way he analyzes, the way he analyzes stuff is totally different from when you watch other that are broadcasting as of that time. He break it down in a way that is like kind of education program, So, and his teaching is real enlightening. He break it down, let you know the reason why white is white, black is black, orange is orange, apple is apple. So I key to him, knowing that he's smart, he's genuine, he know what he's talking about. That remind me on what our leader Mazin Namdekan said, that if Biafrans know that you are saying the truth, they will follow you. And I'm not going to say I'm all that much educated, but I'm smart. I'm really, really smart, intelligent person. I can read somebody from listening, from having a conversation just in a minute or two. I can let you know what the person is thinking. Martin Sonny, I hope it's like I'm going too far, right?
Thank you, my Minister of Jemma. You have actually answered the question. And another question to you is that you've been in America for years, and you just showed us your football club, which has enriched you, and you had even wanted to bring it close and make it to work as official football team to the Biafran people far back when the DOS were in charge. Then you were maligned. And you sum up to say you have come to even see that you were maligned had happened to be for a reason. Because maybe if you had put your resources there, they would have all been destroyed for nothing and no fruit would have come. And today, whatever you're putting into the Biafran government is giving so much result. And you cap it up by letting us know that you choose wisely your leader, and that's why you will continue to work with the Prime Minister till Biafra is restored. Thank you so much. So, what message will you send to other rich Biafrans that are residents in America who have been blessed even more than the way that you are? Because we have it on record that you're not the richest Biafran in America, but you are sacrificing all that you have had to make sure that you answer your father's name in the Biafran race. What is your message to those other Biafrans who have more and more than what you have in America, but are refusing to do anything to support the Biafran liberation?
Thank you, Minister of Information. Biafrans in America, I always want you to wash your back. Whatever you're doing, what I mean by wash your back, remember you have a home. Remember you have a place where you come from. Remember you have people over there. Remember the people in Biafra land are still going through a lot. They have been traumatized by the way the system Nigeria have governed them. People, Biafrans in America, your people back home, the government of Nigeria have turned a lot of them, have turned their brain not to reason as human being. That's why we are fighting from afar to make sure we rescue our people back home. Without us, there's no Biafra. Without us that are in diaspora, you in America that are not supporting, let me let you know that without you, there's no Biafra, there's no people back home. Without us, the Nigerian government will overrun Biafra land. Without us funding, there's a big problem. That means after you stay in America, you spend all these years, you acquire all this wealth, there's no home. There's nowhere to you to run back to. Your children can't even go back. Look at what happened in Iran about 40, 50 years ago. Iran is actually a Christian country then. Go to Iran now. Do you want your children at a time to start dressing the way they dress in Iran? Do you want your generation to be treated the way they treat women as a third-class citizen in their own country? Is that what you want? My fellow Biafrans in America, the best thing you can even or think about doing is to invest in Biafra land. How do you do that? You start by trying to secure the land of Biafra. How do you secure the land of Biafra? We need to fight. We need to get our freedom first. We need to first of all get our freedom. Then let's come back, sit in a round table and discuss. If you have any problem, bring it on then. We can now discuss and talk as family. If you are not supporting the freedom back home, you have everything to lose. I have one of my aunts. She spent over 50 years here in America. She had a hospital in New York. When she passed on, they flew her back to Biafra land and buried her. Everything that she had labored for back home, she did not enjoy nothing. Why did she refuse to go back home before the age of 85? Because there's no security in that country. Because that country is not a place for you to go now. One of the reasons why is that you have lived here in America for years. If you relocate back, if you go back to that country, most people, after spending years here, when they go back home, they don't live long. They die. Just because the environment that they find themselves over there is no more conducive for them. Because the Biafra land of today that I'm speaking don't have a steady light. Biafra land, we are fighting to secure our land because the terrorists are kidnapping people back home. The terrorists are doing all kinds of stuff that will make you not want to go back. If you go back to Biafra land today, if you relocate from America back to Biafra land today, you don't have a steady light. You don't have security. You don't have good hospital. You don't have good road. Nothing is working. That's why a lot of people even prefer let them die in diaspora. Why do you want to die here? Why do you want to live here forever? Why you have your people back home? Please bring your money, support what we are doing. Let's liberate our land. Let's chase the enemy out. Let's get our country back. Let's restore Biafra. So that when Biafra comes, you can go back with your kids, your family, and be proud to tell them, this is Biafra land. Because when Biafra is restored, we'll make sure Biafra is way beautiful than Dubai. Can you imagine that even people in the United States of America, sometimes they will tell you they want to go back, they want to go to Dubai for vacation. 40, 50 years ago, nobody is talking about going to Dubai because as of then, Dubai is not the way it is. But do you know that Biafra land have resources more than Dubai? Let's go get our land back so that we can use our resources, utilize it the way it should be, and get our country, put our country how our country should be. We can compete. Here in the United States of America, I have more than one business. Anywhere you find a Biafran all over the world, they compete. We are not criminals. We work hard. We are not terrorists. Let's use our resources, develop Biafra land, get our freedom. The world at that time, I believe they will come and embrace us. It's just that It's like some
Thank
part
you.
of the world that's
Thank
scared
you.
to
Thank you.
actually get our country back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want you to please use 2 minutes to enlighten Biafrans that are in the Zoological Republic of One Nigeria and those that are also in Biafra land who wants to partake in the donation. Which ways and manners do they have to follow or to go through in order for them to partake in donations? Biafrans that are domiciled in the Zoological Republic and those in Biafra land. Thank you.
We have 40 states in Biafra land. Every state have coordinators, have admins, have those that are in charge. We have a de facto government. So Mazi Sonny, what I will encourage those in Biafra land is to locate their state admin coordinators, those that are in charge in their state level, because we have the de facto government in the homeland. So the state level, they will be the one that we pilot or be in charge of how that we go. So we that are in diaspora, I can speak more about here in diaspora. So the de facto government also have a minister of finance. So I think you as a Minister of Information, I will recommend they go through our information desk, or they can go through the website and look up where say leave a message so that they can contact, so we can direct them to the appropriate department or channel that we handle that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, we understand that the database system incorporates of the ID card, the event convention in Finland. I want you to stress the need of raising funds with the ID card, because we understand that everything that we do today is aimed at raising funds, and that is why you are the finance minister. Even if we say our ID card is 200, 300, 500, 150, 20, we want Biafran to understand that in all these avenues and whatever we are doing, funds are to be raised to be able to work. So stress the need of Biafrans understanding that the ID card must have to raise funds to the government. Thank you.
If you love your people, Biafra, if you want to really show that you are part of what we are doing as a Biafran, it's necessary that you support in every avenue, in any avenue that you know you can. The ID card, when you register and pay the necessary fees and due, you are supporting Biafra as well. You are supporting what we are doing. And at the same time, you are using the opportunity to register your presence. You are using the opportunity to let the Biafran government know from the state that you're from, how many, is it 2 million, is it 20 million, is it 30, 40? You are using the opportunity to cast your vote as a Biafran, because when you register and get your ID card, you now identify yourself that you are a Biafran. That sends a loud voice, and that counts. So please make sure you register and get your ID card, make sure you let us know who you are. You let us know that you are a Biafran, because once you register for your ID card, you're already counted. And that also going to help in the voting process as a Biafran. And I believe as you are doing your registration, you are voting as well. You now let Biafran know who and who we have in our data system, because it's really important that we identify Biafrans wherever they are. Then you have to let us know that you are a Biafran. So please make sure you register and get your ID card. Thank you.
Thank you, my finance minister, minister of Gemma with pride. I listened to you when you spoke and you made mention of our general, our eternal leader, Ojukwu. We are meant to understand that Ojukwu used his father's funds and his own funds to support massively of the Biafran armory and every other thing that was ongoing. That little funds only came from other sources, but he used predominantly what he had and what his father had. And here you have also stressed the importance of how much you put into the Biafran struggle and how blessed you are. Do we need to see you as another Ojukwu in the making of the financial area support? And how does the Chukwu Okike Abiyama of our time replenish your pocket as rapid as it is? That when you appear in a tour in US today, you will donate like 4,000, 2,000, 3,000. And when you go to Netherlands, you're able to donate another 2,000, 3,000. When you go to Spain, you're able to donate another. It's always coming in tau, 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 tau. How is Chukwu Okike doing it from your end? As a lesson for others to learn and understand that you have a blessing and this replenishing factor that is always coming back to refill this drum.
Thank you, Minister of Information. We live in a spiritual world, and God created this world in a spiritual way. That's why the air that we breathe, have any of us see the air that we breathe? No. The water that we drink, the water flow both to the good people, the bad people, the evil one, and the good one. Everybody drink water. Everybody partake of the water. It don't matter the religion you are. It don't matter your color. We all drink the same water. So likewise, if you believe in the word of God that said, blessed be the one that giveth. A lot of clergymen use that to deceive the gullible ones at their congregation. That the more you give, the more you receive. It's true. It's just that a lot of my Biafrans are giving the money to the wrong hand. It's just that a lot of people are giving the money to clergymen that scam them. Yes, because they are quoting that scripture, using it to scam them. If you are one of those that still donate your money to these scammers, desist from it. Put your money in where you see where the result is coming. You all can see that this our government, we can see the result. Put your money there. We are not going to scam you. You can see the result, the money yield fruit. And if you believe in Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that blessed be the one that give it, God have never retrieved that his word back. And God said that every word that he's uttered from his mouth stand the way he said it. If God shower blessing, God will take that blessing back. God has spoken. He said, blessed be the one that you come tomorrow fundraising and contribute. If you believe in Chukwu Kikabiama, don't just call upon his name in vain. Believe in him and believe in what he said. He said the more you give, the more you receive. I must confess here, since I've been giving all these thousands, hundreds, and on, I can tell you that it's affecting my business. I don't even feel it, because the same God that make it possible for me to work hard and get the money and still getting it back. The more you give, the more you receive. If you're one of those that will come tomorrow and you have the money and you say, me and my household, my wife and husband and friends are giving $50, and you know you can give more than $50. When you will receive, you receive in $50. But if you're one of those, like Jesus Christ said, that woman gave from the bottom of her heart, when you will receive, you will receive. God will bless you back from the bottom of his heart too, because you can't fool anyone. You can't fool God. Because if you don't give from bottom of your heart, he's not going to give you from bottom of his heart. I just want to say, the more you give, the more you receive. And you mentioned of our leader, Ojukwu. There are many Ojukus that are coming up. It's not going to be one or two or three. Just like our leader, Mazin Namdiskan, said, if there's more mad people like him, things will go faster. Yes, every day we are seeing more mad people. I'm one of the mad ones because I'm mad. I'm mad for freedom. That's the fact. Our PM is one of them. The media team, you are one of them. The genuine Biafrans that said, we are not going back forward ever. We are all mad for this freedom. We need this freedom. This freedom is shaking us, just like when somebody is drunk. You know how alcohol push somebody? Yes, we are all mad in it. I'm drunk in this freedom because we must fight. We must get our freedom. It don't matter what anybody do. It don't matter if I put all my money, but I believe the more I put, that is the more I will be blessed and the more I will receive. Because that word of God is said, blessed be the one that giving. I claim that word. I claim it. The more I give, that is the more I will receive. Any day I start to give little by little, God will replenish me little by little. But if I keep giving in thousands, I will receive back in thousands. Don't let anybody scam you in your congregation, saying the more you donate, the more you give, God will replenish you back. Bring that money from that your congregation and donate it in where you will see the result, in Biafra restoration. Thank you.
Thank you, my minister. Thank you, my minister. Thank you, my minister. We've been able to understand that.
And one other thing, I have heard some say that I'm trying to buy Biafra struggle. If I have the money to buy the struggle out, I will do it. I will buy the struggle just like Joseph did when Joseph found himself in Egypt, and he called and invited his brothers, come, leave the Israelites as of that then, because the Israelites are going through famine. I will do likewise the same thing. I will buy out the struggle and say, Biafran people, come, I have support and buy out the struggle. Thank you.
Thank you, my minister.
Thank you.
another topic for the Indians, so that they can spread it all around. Yes. So on this very note, if I wake up tomorrow and I try to discourage you from supporting this Biafra again, or from donating your thousands and your 100 and 500, or from even telling you that today we should not go and donate to, if we go to Finland tomorrow to talk, or we go America tomorrow, or like we are going to USA tomorrow. If I have to discourage you in any way, with the joy that you have had before, and with the synergy and with this fire that is burning in you, how will you see me, or what will you do to me?
Mazi Soni Akwarawa, before I made up my mind to join this struggle, I followed the struggle, see where we are heading to. I know we are moving forward. And I know I have seen, I have tested what freedom, good life is all about. I've been in diaspora for almost all my life. And it's kind of emotional story when I see where I'm coming from, that is the Biafra land. How people are suffering, just like today, I came across a video, how Soludo destroyed some women property at a market without even giving them notice that this is what he's going to do. Soludo and his men took this market, took their markets, the traders took their stuff and destroyed this women property. That is, destroy the market, the goods that they are selling. The question is that some of them are widows. Some barely make up to $1 a day. Some of them can't even eat 2 square meals. It really pains me, broke my heart when I see our Biafran people going through what they are going through. They don't deserve it. Biafrans don't deserve what happened in Biafra land. A lot of people will go to bed without even eating, without knowing what they will eat the next day. A lot of people, when they dish out their meal, there's no meat. While here in diaspora, with $5, you can buy a whole chicken, cook one, roasted one. The suffering in Biafra land is terrible, is very bad, that some family cannot even afford to sponsor their children to any kind of education, whether first grade or second grade. And what about the ones that are graduated from their schools? They can't even get a job. We have majority, I keep using the word of our sisters, that most of our sisters, what they are doing, more than 90% of them are selling their bodies. When our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, used to use that word, people are criticizing him, saying that, why is he insulting our Biafran women at this? No, it's the fact. Majority of our females now, what they do is selling their body because of the poverty they have subject our people to, because they can't get a job, because they can't take proper care of themselves. They don't use that word the way it sounds. They call it from wrongs to hook up, I don't know what else. What about our young men? What are they doing? Some have joined scamming, doing all kinds of stuff that they don't want to do. That is not who we are. But just because of what the British government and the Nigerian terrorist government want us to be. They will just want to annihilate us, bring us to nothing. If somebody come to me tomorrow, advise me, just as I said last time, when I saw Obasanjo over 20 years ago, the kind of mind or heart that I have now, or the direction that I'm working towards now, if that's how I've been thinking 20 years ago, I'm not going to let him walk past me. If he walk past me now, something will happen. If somebody, anything that will make me say, I'm not fighting for this freedom, whoever it is, I don't think that person will live to see tomorrow. It's no point of return. I'm not going back.
Thank you, my
I have
minister.
made up my mind 100%, and as long as the man that I trusted so much, that I call my boss, my leader, Prime Minister, is assuring that he is going to lead and make sure that through him we get Biafra, that he's not going to lead to halfway and turn back. And I'm solemnly behind him, following him till the end. No going back.
Thank
No
you.
going back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my minister, for your commitment and those words of conviction to Biafran people. There is benefit for Biafrans, or there are benefits for Biafrans that support this liberation financially. And those benefits could be seen or exemplified in the Biafran database system via the ID card. And many people will feel and enjoy these benefits when Biafra is restored. What are those benefits? As an advantage, as you encourage Biafrans that are coming to support the Biafra liberation and then going to the website to now obtain their Biafra ID card. Because when you check the website of the database system, the Biafra Security Administration, there are Biafra forms of ID card that say, if you are a Biafran that has been supporting financially, then there are others that say, if you are a Biafran that has not been supporting financially, then there are others that say, if you are a minor of under 18, or if you are a minor of under 12, or if you are domiciled in Biafra land. I want you to stress on the one that says, if you have been supporting the Biafran liberation. What does that stand to profit such Biafran when Biafra is restored, compared to another Biafran that is not supporting financially, but has the ability, and moreover, he or she is domiciled in diaspora? Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Minister Warawa. I'll use the example of the beautiful country of America where I reside, a country with rule of law. Here in America, if two people apply for the same job and they get paid the same amount, when the government start taking tax, they're not going to take the same amount of tax. There's reason for that. One might be somebody that have get some benefit from the government, either through food stamp, what we call food stamp here, like kind of support from the government. So when the government start taking the taxes now, they will make sure that that money that they have been helping you with, you will be paying it back gradually. And why I use this as a kind of example, know that when Biafra is restored, when Biafra help you financially, they will be deducting it from your taxes. But that system, it might happen. It's just to build a foundation of how this is going to play out. In America here as well, we have in the citizenship, they always break it down. We have race 1, or I think those that have their driver license or permanent residence. There's a code that reflects to race 1, race 2, race 3, race 4. All these race 1, 2, 3, 4 means the generations. We have the first generation that migrates to America. We have the second generation, the third generation, and all the benefits are not the same. So they always made it in a way that you cannot cheat, you can't cheat the system. So for somebody that have been getting money from the government makes sure that you pay back when time comes. So like in the case of those that are not supporting Biafran freedom now, when time comes, for example, if we have to tax them, if we tax Mr. A that have been that support the liberation, if we tax Mr. A $10, Mr. B that have not been supporting will be taxed $15 or $20. And what about if these taxes have to stretch from one generation to the next generation? That means this Mr. B that is not supporting will be paying extra tax more than Mr. A for generation. From his generation to the next generation, please, fellow Biafrans, I think if you are not supporting, try to support so that you will build a better future, so you will lay a foundation for your generation, so that your generation not going to be in the same country that they will be taxed more than those that are supporting, so that your generation will benefit from the fruit of your labor, from the foundation you laid while supporting this movement. Because the Biafran people and the Biafran government, I don't believe that it will be fair that they will love if you cheat them. And I don't believe that the Biafran government will allow those that did not help or contribute or support us to go without having without paying for not supporting. So I advise everyone, every Biafran that is listening to me today, there's reward, there is gift, there is blessing in supporting this freedom. When you support this freedom, from now till your generation, till eternity, your lineage will benefit from Biafra, and they will eat the fruit of Biafra with joy, because everything will be going accordingly. So this of in America that you have raised one signify those that are here before us. You have the second generation as well. You have the generation of the black that was sold to this country, that fought for freedom, that paved the way for people like me as well, that make the black that are migrating from all over the world now to be free. And you also have the fourth, fifth generation. So they make it in a way that every generation reap what they sow. So you're not going to come from Jerusalem now and want to benefit from somebody who have been in Jericho since. So please keep supporting, and believe me, you're not going to regret it, because you're really going to enjoy and be happy that you support the freedom of your people, and your generation will reap the reward, because you have to sow a seed. You have to sow before you reap it. So you cannot just jump in and want to get everything from the platter of gold. Freedom is not giving, it's taking. Even if Wike, that used to be a governor of Rivers State, a drunkard that know that you fight for freedom, how come you don't know that you have to fight for your freedom? Because Wike is a drunkard, and he stated during the presidential campaign or whatever, he said he is going to grab it, take it. Even Tinubu, the drug dealer, said wherever you see the ballot box, grab it, take it. People of Biafra, your freedom is non-negotiable. Grab your freedom. Take your freedom. Don't wait until America or Japan or wherever we come and give you the freedom. Take your freedom. And only how you can do that is by supporting this great movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Finance Minister. So on this very note, Biafrans, when you visit the website, there are different types of forms. The type A to type C application forms are for Biafrans in diaspora. Type D application form is for Biafrans living in any African country. Type D4 application form is for Biafrans living in any African country. Type D5 application form is for Biafrans living in the homeland, within Biafra territory, and also within Nigeria territory. So the last question to my minister is that today, or a few hours ago, the Department of Justice or Ministry of Justice of America has just officially confirmed the registration of the Biafra Republic government in exile in their database. A lot of Biafrans that are in America may have been skeptical about the Biafran government and for them to give their support because of the speculations of what Musa and the Nigerian terrorist government are doing on the media every day, calling Biafrans terrorists and telling them that they are coming to get them and to cut their heads off and to kidnap them and take them to Nigeria simply because they are supporting Biafra. So with this official registration and confirmation from the Biafra government telling us that the Ministry of Justice or the Department of Justice of United States of Biafra has officially confirmed and registered the Biafra Republic government in exile. What message do you have to Biafrans in America that have been seated on the fence, that have been so afraid and fearful of putting all their dimes and their support to restore Biafra? Instead, they prefer to be calling themselves Nigerians. What message do you have to them with this registration confirmed?
My fellow Biafrans in America, before I address my fellow Biafrans in America, let me say thank you for Biafrans all over the world, both from homeland, because they're the one that made everything possible. I'm proud to be a Biafran. The blood of Biafra flowed in me. I'm right here sitting in our office in Maryland, talking about scared. I grew up to find out that in a world that we live, either you are a black man or you're a white man. Either you are poor or you're rich. Either you're a master or you are a slave. Either you work for somebody or somebody work for you. Either there is light here or darkness. Be strong. Don't be afraid. You have to stand on what you believe. My fellow Biafrans in America, either you want to be a slave in your own land in Biafra, or you want to be a freeborn, just like here in America, I'm a free person. That's why I summoned the courage to be in our liaison office every time that I'm serving the people of Biafra. I'm not scared of anybody. Last year, before our inauguration of this great office that make history, we have a man called Emeka Livingstone that used to be part of us until he saw his hand on the wrong, he followed the wrong path. He came here, he make a lot of video, he casualed this place. I haven't seen him again. Emeka, the building is still standing, and the building is built on a rock. Yes, if we are not in the right path, do you think the American government will allow us to have our office here. The American government know who I am. They know where I live. They know my office. They have all my information. They have all information of all the ministers that are from United States of America. They have all information of all the home ministers that are all over the world. Do you forget that America is leading the world?
We lost his connection. Take the t-shirt off. Let's see if we can get him back. Can you take any jingle while he returns?
To Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
International School. I'm here to say that I am angry of staying in Nigeria. Oh, yes. We are angry to stay in Nigeria because Nigeria is not our own country. Yahweh bless us with milk and honey with oil. We are tired to stay in sea because Yahweh did not keep us in this condition the time was in our past olden days. Let me tell all these things to you because when Biafra will come, some of you will come and be helping us and be begging us for help and let us help you. Let me say this thing to you. Everybody remember that Biafra will soon come. Mazina Mikalu told that when you go to US, that is coming back with Biafra. Let me warn you for the last time. All of you to remember that Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming.
Is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Of the community here, the number of military troops that will enter and ransack the community and look for those to arrest because one cow has been killed. And now we have 33 corpses and a young boy of less than 5 years who has been beheaded. What has that young boy done to this of the community here?
Finance Minister, you're welcome back.
I don't know where I think I lost connection. I don't know where I stopped.
Mazison, are you there?
Yeah,
Mazison, we can hear you.
Let me quickly announce that while the Minister of Finance was giving his speech, a call came in from one of our, elders. He supported. He's just paid in $100 into the account and said, "Thank you, Finance Minister. What you are saying is sinking in."
Thank you. Thank you. So, please, where do I stop?
The name of the brother is
BMO.
BMO is the name of the elder. BMO. Thank you.
Thank you. Mazi Ralph.
Yeah,
am I coming out? Yes, where do I stop before we lost connection?
Sonia Barawa.
Sonny, we are not hearing you. Okay.
Okay, so let me just before Mazi Sonny we connect back. I think what I'm saying is that the United States of America know that we are here. They know where we are. I'm coming out, right?
Very well.
Yes, okay. Yes, sir. We can hear you now. Yeah.
They know what we stand for. Last year, before our inauguration of this great office, Attorney Jen Ikezi, the Foreign Affairs Minister, wrote letter to United States government, Congress, not to United States, and they recognize our letter. They appreciate the invite, which one of the senators regret not coming, that next time he will try. Biafrans in America, stand for your right. American government know who we are. They know what we stand for. They know about this office. They know everything that we do. I don't know why you will be afraid. Is it because of you traveling to Nigeria every time so that we know it's a terrorist country? They might want to kidnap some of us that are supporting. But don't worry. That's the reason why you need to bring your money. Let's get this done as soon as possible. American government are proud of what we are doing, but they're not going to come out and tell us that they are. Because in this great country, this country is a country that will be fighting war for freedom. We have a man by Martin Luther King Jr. He fought to liberate his people, for his people to live freely, for his people to be part of this great country. This country knows the history. They know what it is to fight for freedom. They know what is justice. They know that we Biafrans are fighting for our right. Don't wait until American government come and fight it for you. We are the one holding ourselves. What happened in Ukraine? If Ukraine have not stepped up to fight back, the world will not support Ukraine. If Ukraine have not said, oh no, we're not going to let Russia take over. I'm not supporting Russia or Ukraine as of this time. I'm just laying a foundation. If Ukraine have not said, oh, we're not going to let Russia overrun us, do you think the West will support Ukraine? Once we start fighting back, the world will support us. We don't want the world to look at us that we are weak people. Fellow Biafrans that are not supporting yet, you have to support. You have to support. Let's fight and get this done once and for all. United States of America know that we are here. They know where I live. They know everything about me. We have members of the cabinet that live in the United States of America that are citizens of this great country. They know all of them by name. They know their move. If they want to get hold of us at any time, they will. But they know that we are doing the right thing. And if you are United States of America, you are not supporting what we are doing. Don't let what happened, I believe, in South Korea or North Korea to happen to you. Don't let your generation be a third class or fourth class citizen in Biafra. But when Biafra come, we are going to have race 1 and race 2. We are going to have special privilege for those that support, because Biafrans have been killed. Over 5 million Biafrans are killed during the war, and due to the starvation, the genocide that the British government allowed to happen in Biafra land by the blockade from the Amazonia territory. After all this, and you still believe in one Nigeria. Nigeria is not for us. We are not part of Nigeria. United States of America, members that live in United States of America, and those that will soon join, and all Biafrans that live in United States of America have what it takes to speed the cause of Biafra. When our leader said that when America joined this race, Biafra will come, our leader knew what he's talking about, because we have men and women that can do the needful if they want to. Please, if you are not supporting, you are scared, you live, ask yourself a question. Those that support terrorist organization called Hamas, if they can protest in America, if they can go in the street of America door to door, and the American government haven't even wiped them, killed them off. They even burn American flag in America. But rather here in America, we fly American flag. Behind me there is American flag. We don't burn the flag. Wherever we go in the world, we embrace the country. We love the country, the host country that allow us to be there. Be proud Biafran. Be a proud Biafran. And believe that you are doing the right thing. If you don't believe, let me assure you that you are doing the right thing. And with the result of what is happening, anytime that our Prime Minister is broadcasting or he on any tour, go to his Twitter handle. Do you think it is easy for people to be watching somebody on Twitter live more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000? The last town hall meeting in Netherlands, at the time our Prime Minister let us know that it's over 10,000 watching. What does that tell you? The world is watching, they are following. If you're in the United States of America, you are not supporting, shame to you. We are not running, we are here. The government know where we are. We stand where we are, and the government know we are doing the right thing. I'm happy, I'm proud to be a Biafra, and I'm happy to be in this great movement. Thank you, Biafrans.
Thank you, my minister. Matthew, go over to you, please.
All right, you're welcome. And please, we must remember that tomorrow we still have another big day. And next tomorrow as well, let us try to minimize our question. And this our minister been on this hot seat for 2 hours and a half now. So let me go over to the deputy Minister for Information, Mazera Falajere. Mazera, I don't know if you have any question for our minister here.
I sincerely do not have a question. I just want to appreciate our finance minister, who, in his office has really brought us a lot of grace and glory and favors. And I encourage everyone to emulate his examples, which are worthy of emulation. And I want to tell you, if what he's doing is not yielding results, not only for Biafrans and for him personally, he wouldn't be taking this very seriously and personal. So whatever he says, it is because this thing is being a blessing to him and he is satisfied. Anything that gives you satisfaction like this, man, it is worth it. Thank you, sir. And I pray more grace and more glory to Biafra as you continue in your office. Thank you, sir.
All right. They will Biafra Unite.
Yes, so
Are
thank you.
there?
So
Okay, you have the mic. Ask your question.
all right. Thank you, honorable ministers in the House, and thank you, the Finance Minister of the BLGIE, Mazi Ogenkere. Thank you for the way that you have taken your time to explain to Biafrans the necessary things that they need to know. All right, let me ask you just a few questions. The first question I want to ask you is, officially we have two websites. Apart from the Zelle, the PayPal, and others, we've got two official websites for our contributions to support the Biafra movement. And then last time when our PM visited Netherlands, somebody complained. I don't remember where that is. I think it's a woman. I don't remember where she called from, but she complained that she has been paying money, you know, but she has not been getting recognition or something like that. So at the end, it happened that she has been paying money into a wrong account, and this account is from Din Zama. So because they have an account, that looks that is similar to IPOB in USA.org/donate. So they copied that very website during the time they opened that account. I don't remember the name of their own exactly, but it's similar to the Biafra government account. So please, and I believe if one person had made such mistake, paying money into the wrong hand, into the criminals' account, so meaning that it could not be only, she could not be the only one who might have passed through this scam. You understand? So please, what are we going to do about this? That's the first question. Thank you.
Thank you, Biafra Unite. Thanks for hearing your voice. I believe Biafran people really appreciate you, your courage, and after the rendition of our leader, when after the kidnap, because that was a kidnap and rendition from Kenya by the useless zoo government, zoo country, useless country that will perish very soon forever. Your voice is one of the voices that was echoing in every Biafran ear. Biafra Unite. There we let me add if you are listening, I think I will encourage the media team, if they can, please, anytime during your broadcast, just bring these two websites to the screen. So the more people keep saying it, they can just, I don't think such mistake will happen. So bring these two websites displayed maybe on the corner of your screen, or you know how you do that. You guys are expert on that. And if the IPOB USA.org, if you are listening or if you find it confusing, you can just migrate and straight to Biafran Republic gov.org, because we now have a proud government. We are proud of our government, and our prime minister, who is the boss that is heading the government, the head of every minister. So we are proud of our government. I will suggest, if it is possible, for whoever that going to fall in the hand of these fraudster, these scammers, through the IPOB, maybe .USA or something, because some can just go online and type IPOB.USA, and that will lead them to a different website. If you can kindly just be using Biafra Republic Gov.org, be proud of that name, Biafra Republic. It's a government now, and that have been recognized by the United States of America. So, and that is, I think that should be able to solve the problem. So if we can keep displaying it during the broadcast, and if we can, I encourage Biafrans that if it is possible, those that instead of making the mistake going through IPOB, instead of IPOB in USA .org/donate, and instead of making mistake typing IPOB something else, just go straight to the Biafran government. Go straight to your government website. We have a government. When we have the IPOB in USA.org, at that time, the government is not yet established or formed. Now that we have a government, if it is possible for Biafrans to migrate straight and start using the government account, that would be advisable. But for those that we have some elderly ones that already set up the auto pay through the IPOB in USA.org. So we just going to leave it the way it is, so that for those that are still familiar, that are able to use the old website, can still continue. Thank you, Marty.
All right, thank you for that. I think you have done your part on that very aspect. So it is now left for us in the media to continue from there. Thank you for that. Right now, I just want to minimize my questions so that the time wouldn't be against. So, Mazugo, I don't know if I can share a screen from here. There, I want to bring something to the screen, or if you can do it, there's this website, or is it website from or news from the one that PM shared concerning the former U.S. Congressman Jim Moran. So I don't know if you can bring it to the screen or if I can share from my end.
Let me see if I can bring it. May search for it.
All right. Because that's I want to ask my second question from that.
Okay, while we wait for that screen to come, since a point has been raised there, let's make Biafrans to understand something. When you hear of IPOBUSA.org, then you hear IPOB in USA. You should understand that those two websites or domain are not similar in any way. So if you go with the word similar, you may be making a very big mistake in your payment, because there is no how an existing domain can again be accepted to be available when you are trying to register a new domain. So IPOB in USA.org is peculiar. Then IPOBUSA.org is also peculiar. The two of them are not the same and they are not similar. So don't make any mistake by picking IPOBUSA.org for IPOB in USA. Please do well to reach out to the media team anytime if you are not so sure of the right website or portal to make your payment. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mazi Soni, the Minister of Information. My Honorable Minister of Finance, you can see the information on the screen, which says U.S. ex-Congressman Moran advocates for Biafra independent under BIAE. So, of course, we listened to the Prime Minister a couple of days ago when he visited Netherlands. He talked about engaging some lobbying firms, So please, a lot of people are not aware what these lobbying firms can give us and what we can achieve with them. Please, can you elaborate a little on this, and then I will ask you another question from this latest development, please.
Okay. This ex-US Congressman Mora is, I would say, he's part of us now because he's working for us. So he advocates for us. So through him, he is going to make sure that he work hard with his fellow colleagues to make sure that the government of the United States of America really know what's going on. And through the office of our Prime Minister, so he will be representing the Biafran people on behalf of our Prime Minister, because that's why I use the word that he's part of us. So if I'm not going to be there, you're not going to be there, our Prime Minister or any of us, he's there for us. So he work with us. He work under the umbrella of Biafra. So he represents us. He is the one who is going to speak on behalf of us. He is going to bid our bid, what we want, how we want it, not how he wants, because he worked for us. And this is a great news, and it's also a big step. That's why the Nigerian government, so they are panicking, because they don't, like our Prime Minister said a while ago, that we will hit them from all directions. While Mora is doing his job, there's other means as well. So not all that will be public, but all we know is that Biafra people are heading towards the right direction, and we have leaders that are smart, that know what freedom is all about, that know how to fight for freedom. We have a leader, where we always call our PM in everything we do, is that he's the one in charge. He knows the roadmap. So we are following, because if you don't, we're not going to be proud to be calling his name. He said he knows the roadmap to Biafra. So that's why we are strongly following him. So it's a good news for Biafra people, because this Mora will now sit with Congress and remind them what happened from 1967, how Biafrans have been killed, how Biafrans have been displaced in their own land, how Biafrans are scattered all over the world, how Biafrans have been perceived in international community, just like UN. UN have a lot of application or petition, but what did UN do? Because of bribery and corruption, they keep mute, they keep quiet. So with Mora, he's going to really work hard to make sure that he wake the US Congress up, of which we already have some members of US Congress that know what we are doing. Just like Rick Scout that I talked about earlier, no, Team Scout actually, that reply our letter, the reason why he didn't show or reply on time during our inauguration. So people like that, and we actually have a lot of senators that have signed about Biafra and that they are in support of Biafra country or Biafra to have their nation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, my minister. There's a reason why I asked you that very question, because I want to, ask you the main question concerning finance about that very question. If not, I know that the question should have been directed to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, but because of the question, the next question which I want to ask, that's why I wanted to.
Let me just use 1 minute for this very well. Like
Okay.
when I earlier when I speak about this, I remind us about the committee that was created by our PM to fund this lobby, the lobbyists that will be in charge of this. So we need finance. So Biafrans, if you really, I believe by now you all know that we're on the right track, because that's why you don't hear about the US and others. Everything we'll be talking about today boils to finance, finance, finance. It's not a peanut to have him. He's working for us. And our people say that only all who have to be paid. When somebody render a service for you, you pay them. So we need finance in anything you do to liberate, or when somebody render a service that is not charitable, you have to pay that person. So we need finance to be able to make this, it's already a reality, so that we can keep the fire burning. Thank you.
All right, thank you, my minister. I think this should be the last one. Having known the worth or the meaning or the worth of their job to this very new dimension, and of course, these are top lobbying firms in the United States of America, or this is one of the top lobbying firms in the USA. So, and it is not a peanut thing. It's not something you get with peanut. So it is all about finance. And of course, I know, as much as I know about lobby firms, I know they charge very well. So now, and having understood what they can do for us and what we can achieve while working with them, I want to ask, do we still need more lobbying firms, especially in other countries like Europe, Australia, and other countries of the world, or are we contented with this very particular one that we have at the moment, or do we have more? If I may ask, do we need more, please?
Biafra Unite, thank you very much for that question. I think we have a lot going on the ground, which the Prime Minister is working really hard with the Office of the Foreign Affairs. Just like the question I answered earlier, you said that's supposed to have been directed to the Foreign Affairs. I just want to assure the Biafran people that a lot is going on. So we didn't just fold our hand, just say, okay, we have more, that's all. There's a lot that is going on. So whatever we bring to the public is what the public know. But at least this will show the Biafran people that the Biafran government is really working hard. So we just need more fund to be able to get everything done and accomplish everything that needs to be accomplished so that we can move with speed. I think the Department of Foreign Affairs, they might, step in and do their own job as well. So I'm the finance minister, so let's just stick on that of finance and how to finance all these projects. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That's okay for now. Of course, I think I'm done for now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let us add something there to every lobbyist or to every American MPs or senators that we have on board. We are the ones. Ada Biafra, please mute yourself. Your voice is coming out. To every lobbyist and to every senator of the American government or to any lawyer that we have or attorney in any country, we are the ones hiring them, not them doing us a favor. We are the ones hiring them, and we are the ones using them to get what we want, not them coming to us to give us what they have. So we have to procure them and then be ready for all. Please, I admonish the media team to limit all your questions to the finance minister within the ambit of his office. Everything about finance. Don't go off to the foreign affairs department. Don't go off to the defense. The reason why we talked about defense was just in relation to the finance aspect. So let's limit it within his own ambers of his office so that they can be able to attend to all the questions. Matthew, go over to you, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's go over to Mother Betty. Betty, you can ask your questions now.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Minister of Finance. Thank you for your good work. I have never been in touch with you since I joined the media team. This is the closest I have come. I really don't have a question that much, but just to use this opportunity to say thank you to you so much. I have watched all the virtual visits of the Prime Minister and listened to how you make donations. And sometimes I begin to wonder, how does he cope, making these high donations and everything? It is a very good incentive. But the fact that you are the Minister of Finance and looking after our Breji Liberation Army, making sure that they are defending our people, the way you manage the resources with our PM, I am very grateful. But the only question I could ask is that you mentioned Nenyanya somehow. You know, those ones when they came, nobody could understand or fathom what their intentions were, whether they were really there to support Onyendu, to get Biafra, or just to make money for them to be paid. If you really don't mind, are you paid by Biafrans?
I appreciate your question. If I'm paid by Biafra, I'm not going to mention Ninayanya because I'm not there on Ninayanya, but I heard that, she be paid, they pay them, or those others people have been paid, they do pay them monthly or whatever, or they pay where they live. But Biafrans, I'm not being paid. And as far as I'm aware of, no Bridgie cabinet member that is being paid. All the department, no department that are being paid. So anytime you see any member of the government to make a donation or contribute, they are actually supporting what we are doing. So I'm not being paid by the government. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all that. And I will also seize this opportunity to urge every Biafran, you have all heard everything that has been going on, the way our Liberation Army the Biafran resistance fighters, they all needed something. Onyendu's legal fees and the lobbyists, they all need money. There is no how our PM and his cabinet ministers will achieve all this. People should make sacrifice, even if it is $5. I could remember when Onyendu was still with us, when he went to New York, and he was even saying to them, we are 70 million. If we keep contributing $1, that it will go a long way. So, fellow Biafrans, please let us task ourselves and make a little contribution. It will go a long way. You can see that our finance minister and the prime minister, the little resources they have, they are managing it more than well. I am not the one to tell you. What they are doing is showing. So, my Minister of Finance, I thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate you. And just like I said, without the media, we know the world will not hear our story. And within the Biafran public, they will not know what is going on. So media is always vital in any society. Media can change the narrative. They can bend it to anyhow they want it. So that's why we really need you, and I appreciate the time that the media team is putting. I myself staying here with you guys for 2 to 3 hours. I know what it is. What about you guys that come out 2, 3 hours every day? I don't know how you guys do this. Man, I don't know. You know, thank you, Sister Betty. You guys are great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mother Betty. Okay, now I'm coming to you, 555 Vision. You may now ask your question.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable Biafrans. Thank you, our able Finance Minister, Okechukwu. Truly, I have to come through your name because Chukwukika Abiyama called us to go and speak. And he said, when we speak, people like you, we hear our voice and they join this struggle. And it is the time, Ogechukwu, that is the same time that you people entered. He said, go and speak. People like Simon Bangozo Raboeze and the bridge, they will come. And for me, standing in front of Biafrans, in front of you today, it is a really honor. And I just come here to say thanks to God. Thank you so much. And may Chukwuka Abiyama continue to reward you, and your pocket will never run dry. You standing in our midst is a miracle. It's an answered prayer, because God said, go and speak. People will come. And he gave us a promise that both the bees, ants of the air, birds of the earth will join the struggle. And the Fulanis at the end, the shame will befall on them. So thank you. May Chukwuka Abiyama continue to strengthen you, our Prime Minister, the bridge, and all lovers of freedom, the government in exile, and the de facto government in homeland. I greet you from the bottom of my heart, because it is a miracle having people like you in this struggle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi. They appreciate. Thank you. And thank you for the great work you are doing. Without the media team, without all of you, I don't know where we would be. And especially after the government was formed, and we have a prime minister. But the zoo useless government, gutter media, report to report our Prime Minister as self-acclaimed. But what they don't know is that we vote our Prime Minister because we trust him. We watch him for years. He's unshakable. Before our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, said, go and listen to him. There's something that he said. That's why we listen and we follow the directive of our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And we want our Prime Minister. We don't move the goalpost. Where the post is where the post is. Just like Mandela said that any man that is moving the goalpost is a man who don't stand on his principle. If I, Mazio Geshukunkere, said, wait for me right there, I'm coming back. Come rain, come sun, come whatever, I'm coming back. If I'm not going to come, I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm a progressive human being. I'm a forward ever. Maxwell Order said, forward ever, backward never. We are moving forward. We set our eyes on the prize. And for those of you that think that one day Mazio Gichukunkere will be broke or poor or will fall out, you better go and get ready because I will make you commit suicide because I'm going nowhere. God will keep blessing me and I will keep doing what I'm doing. During my visit to some members in the United States of America, he tried to encourage them to join the sponsor committee that is coming up in Finland. I always let them know that I'm a messenger. Biafra send the message to deliver the message that if I refuse, what happened to Jonah will happen to me. I don't know if he's going to be shocked or where will swallow me for me to go and do what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to support our Prime Minister because he is the one leading finally. We need us to financially support. If you are here listening to me and you're one of those that have given our Prime Minister more than 1,000 names, or a lion that eat lion, or Bata Obie and or Bata come, and you after all that name, and you are not supporting, you are fake. If you love our Prime Minister, you have to financially support. Without finance, he will be able to make good use of it because he is the one in charge. He is the one that gives the directives how the show is run because he is the sheriff in town. If you want to see him happy, not cry, not shed pain or tears, you have to support. And if you are not supporting, you are fake. You are worse than Sabo. Because when you support and we have what it takes, you will see our Prime Minister happy because we will be able to have the money to get the logistic that we need to secure our land. And that will give him joy. Here and there move, things will be going as fast, things will be working in our favor. We don't want to overburden him with problems because when there's need from the men on ground, the first person they notify or call is our PM because he is the one in charge. And when he look at his right, his left, and we don't have what it takes to carry out, what do you think will happen to him? He will kind of break down for a minute, trying to figure out how to solve the problem. But if we have the finance that we need, once he gets the notice from our Liberation Army or from our Defense Department, he will give the order go ahead, do this, do that. At the end of the day, when the result is coming, that will give him a good sleep night. Not for him to be sleeping, thinking about how problem will be solved. Biafran people, we can be the one to help him solve the problem. If we don't help him, that means we are just taking ourselves, calling him name, titles. At the end of the day, we turn our back on him. I confronted somebody 2 days ago. This man lives in Maryland. He called me. He's trying to get his passport and this and that. I asked him some questions. I found out that he's one of those that when our leader, Mazin Namdekano, was kidnapped, he jumped out of the train, he left. As a returnee, and I have a message for all returnees. Please, if you return, please humble yourself, join the train. Don't return and try to tell us how the show is run. Because if you know how the show is run, you're not going to leave our leader when our leader, Mazin Namdekano, needs you more. So this returnee was telling me that everything is not about money. I'm letting Biafrans know that everything as well is about money. Money makes things happen. They said money talks and bullshit work. If we have money, everything will go very, very, very smooth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ndewo.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess I think we've come to the end of the show, the program. My honorable minister, what do you say?
Yeah, we need to say a very big thank you to the finance minister for his time, for his sacrifice, and for everything that he has done. God will continue to give you more and to do more and to sacrifice more than what you have. And like you've given Biafrans your word, you will never back down. You will stand to the end of time until Biafra is restored. You will support the Prime Minister to the very end. And God will give you the enablement for you to do more than you have done to the Biafran people. Now, tomorrow lies ahead of more responsibilities than what you have done today. So that very God of creation will increase you the more. So when we look at your name has something to do with Chuku and Okechuku. Will you tell the Biafran people what this your Okechuku simply means?
Thank you very much. I think our brother Bishop 555, I kind of, let us know what it is all about. Earlier, he actually means God time, God's time. So, and that is actually in line that this is God's time for Biafra to be restored. So no matter what they do, no matter the stone they throw at us, is the time, is the ordained time, it is now. That's why when you saw our leader Mazin Namdekano at the court a couple of days ago, he starts smiling now. I hope what I said not going to make the useless country start to do what they will do, so he will smile again. When Ejiofor, the treasure criminal, was there before, when our leader, every time you see our leader at court, then it's just not our leader there, because he's just like everything is upside down. But you can see how relaxed our leader, Mazin Namdekano, was a couple of days ago. Even smiling. When they asked him if he want the Nigerian government to release him or whatever, he said they should go and ask the Nigerian government. They're the one that kidnapped him. Why did they kidnap him? What are they doing with him? So our leader know that this is the time, that God's time, the ordained time for Biafra to come is now. and you have to partake and be part of the ordained time, the time that is already established and sealed by the creator of the universe, the Biafra people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mwachineke. God bless you for being here at the right time for the Biafran people. And as your name implies, you are the real Okechukwu of Biafra. We thank Biafran people and we remind you of tomorrow mega fundraising. Yes, we need funds, and the reason why the finance minister had to hours of his time to be here with us is because of finance, and he has spoken on different scales. And we cannot emphasize, finance minister.
I don't mean to cut you off before I forget. Please, Biafran people, we have our Finland convention coming up. Where is going to happen? That is where we're going to seal everything and tell them that this day that have been pronounced by our Prime Minister is the D-date. D-Day. We have two committees. One is the sponsorship committee and the other one is the sponsorship. Please kindly be part of one of these committees. Make sure you seal and write your name among those that fund the great D-Day redeclaration, the D-Day that we said enough is enough. Register your name. Place from a state level, I believe my number that I can be reached, Mazi, so if you want to display the number, or I can call the number, or you can call your state through your state continental rep or admin to get the finance minister phone number. Please reach out to me so you can be part of this great committee. For the past 3 days, I have been calling those in United States of America, and overwhelmingly, they are all full of joy that they're going to be part of the committee or part of those that will sponsor the freedom our declaration coming up. So if you haven't registered your name or you want to be part of this history, please give me a call so you can be added to this group, and our Prime Minister will come and address us. We'll take it from there. Believe me, you will be happy that you are part of the committee or part of the group that formed our redeclaration, our independence, our freedom. Your name will be written in golden pen. Your name will be in the history. Thank you.
Thank you, my minister. I don't come out my cap for you. I come out my cap for you.
I better put that back there.
I come out my cap for you.
Thank you.
I come out my cap for
Thank
you
you.
because of your good work and the strides that you've brought in, the way you're making my prime minister to smile wherever he's going to anywhere. It takes a good finance minister to make the prime minister to be agile and proactive, because when you look around, you see that the finance department is very viable and is able to work on tons and needles without being afraid. So, Biafran people, there is a number here that is running down the screen. And this number runs whenever we are on broadcast. We put it all inquiries and questions on finances. Please contact +1443 447 2759. +1443 447 2759. Do well to contact this number at your leisure time, please, and get every information from our finance minister. Tomorrow is our mega fundraising. Please do not stay on the fence, be part and parcel of it. And on Sunday, we will be in USA Town Hall meeting. A very big news has just come up today. And so there is need for you to be in the town hall meeting of USA so that you get the gist in detail. Thank you to the Biafran people. Thank you to the finance minister and to the media team. I salute all of you for keeping to time. And to our indomitable prime minister and our indomitable supreme leader and our eternal leader and our former president of Biafra and our gallant men and women who are defending motherland and making sure that our lands are protected. I wouldn't forget the donors that are making sure that this finance minister is laughing and shine is 32 the way you see him like this. That is because what you donate on daily basis, when he calls on you, you answer him and you respond to him, and he resolves every complications in the donations that you make. That is why he is happy working and he is delivering. So please, I appreciate all of you donors. Let's see you in a very grand style tomorrow and going forward. And those in their countries of residence, please look for your license offices, look for your admins, know your reps of continents and countries, and know how far your license offices are functioning, and know how you can make your contributions and key in, because everything comes back to finance. Yes, we need the money, we need the money, and we need the money. Make the Prime Minister proud and let him deliver Biafra into your hands in no distance time. If you give him the private jet that he needs today, if you give him the armor tanks that he needs today, if you give him all the RPGs that he needs today, if you give him all the anti-aircraft that he needs today, he will fire every bullet and Biafra will be declared in no distance time. Every checkpoint are going down, and in no distance time, you will not see any checkpoint in Biafra land again. Every promises that this Biafran government has made under this Prime Minister, they are coming to fruition. So we are calling on all of you that you must remember that your supreme leader was kidnapped, blindfolded, and chained and brought all the way from Kenya to Nigeria. And he is not the one to free himself. And he is not the one to stay inside detention and then give you Biafra now. He is not the one to stay inside detention and then fight for Biafra now. Forget the fact that they tell you, oh, he is talking from detention. They want him to talk about insecurity. They want him to talk about Simon Ekpa. They want him to talk about Biafra declaration. They want him to talk about Biafra referendum. But you are still keeping him inside detention. How do you expect someone that is unchained and in chains and blindfolded to be the one to fight to come and give us Biafra again, when he has already sacrificed everything? It is our time to utilize the Prime Minister and his cabinet and all the gallant men and women that have put their lives on the line to see that Biafra is restored. And in proxy, everything that we do is what will bring our leader out. And I use this opportunity to call on every media person, do not meddle into the legal team handwork. Whatever the legal teams are doing, do not analyze their videos, do not create time for anything, do not ask questions about what they are doing. Even if the legal practitioners are talking on the videos and they are telling MNK to answer questions or to ask questions, do not go and sit down to analyze those videos. Forget what they are doing. You can just be sharing their videos and then you leave it like that. Do not go and comment on anything. If you have something to comment, focus on the administration of the BRGIE, focus on what the BLA and BRF and Dragon Marine are doing. Leave everything that has to do with the legal team, let it take its course the way it is going. We salute all Biafrans and we thank you all.
The United States of America is a steadfast supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government. Nations have a right to choose their own alliances. There are inalienable rights governments must protect. The rule of law must be cherished. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today,
the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. A government that uses violence will be responded with the same and equal measure of violence in self-defense. So I told them,
oh my God,
care is not taken, I will turn to a beast and Biafra will come. Nigeria has no rule of law. Their rule of law is gun and bullet, and we have come to resist it. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders made it very clear that self-preservation is a must. They use the word must, and it should be protected at all costs. At all costs.